Hi, I'm Mary Bowser, and with me is Carol Cosby, and we're going to help you learn to use Basic Excel to sort your data. Now, we know that there's issues between Macs and PCs, so what we're going to do is trade back and forth. Carol's the PC expert, and I've been working on a Mac, so we're going to help you through this no matter which platform you're using. So one of the things I'm going to do is to get our pictures out of the way. And Carol, show us what it's like to be at home on a PC.
Well, at home, you have your menu bar, and you also have your icon ribbons. These things could be explained a little bit more in detail, but that's basically it. There. What we will concentrate on is the copy, paste, insert, delete, and sort buttons.
And on a Mac, it's pretty much the same. There's a menu bar and the icon ribbon. The look is just a little bit different, but basically we're talking about the same things with the icons, copy and paste, insert and delete, and then the sort.
On a PC, we have cells, rows, and columns. The rows run horizontal, the columns will run up and down. Where they intersect is a cell. So, for instance, the square box here is in V9, cell V9.
And it's pretty much the same on a Mac. We have drop-down menus where you can go to different cells, rows, or columns, but we also see the same orientation. The vertical columns, horizontal rows, and the cell that is in the box is cell A1. It's one of the most important ones on your whole spreadsheet.
So, we need to pay attention to the cursors when we're using Excel. They change shapes. The arrow cursor changes to a plus symbol if you click on a cell in the sheet. If you hover the cursor over the numbers of rows or letters of columns, it will change to an arrow. Clicking on it and then will highlight the whole row or column. This other sign here, if you hover the cursor on the line between two columns letters and double click, the column to the left will expand to the width of the longest data items. We'll go into more explanation about that. But remember, there is an undo arrow or an undo edit command available in case you need it. It's your friend, it's your best friend, undo.
Absolutely. The detailed genealogy spreadsheet sample that we're using tonight is a fake one, so don't worry that it might look kind of weird. We've kept it short so that we can easily show you some examples of what happens with your data manipulation. You can see the menu bar and the icon ribbon. You also can see the first row, row 1, is your header bar. It's got all the titles of the columns in it. Cell A1 is the first one, and it has the word consultant ID in that cell. Notice you also have a vertical slide bar on the far right, and you have a horrible horizontal slide bar. Oh, wonderful. At the bottom of your data.
For the PC and the Mac, we have step one for sorting the data. To select the data to organize it, we make sure you get all of the data by clicking on cell A1. Then horizontally slide to the right to column AK in this example, and then vertically slide down to the last cell that has data and hold shift and click in that last cell. Let go of the shift key and voila, all of your data should be highlighted in a shade color as shown at the bottom of the screen.
Okay. So now that the data is selected, Carol, take us through what it looks on a PC to sort.
Well, it's basically what you see here. You hit the data and then you hit the sort icons. And once you click on those, you decide which columns you want to sort, whether you want to alphabetize um, the headers, uh, and help me out, Mary. I can't see this.
The data that we are going to be using, we do want to sort by column C, member status, and we do want to do the order Z to A. And we'll talk about that in a minute. And then we'll check the header box because as we just showed you, your data has headers. It looks
Thank you. Thank you.
no problem. Looks very similar on the Mac. And so with data selected, we hit the sort icon, and then we get the same kind of dialog box, and we decide which column of your data to sort by. Again, we're choosing column C, and then member status. We're ordering it from Z to A, and then we're checking the header box. And the reason why we're doing that, after you click OK and see the sort, you'll see that the change has been made.
Yes, and so this is your before and after, and it looks the same on both PC and the Mac. Since we were changing notice the change in order of the letters in column C, which is the member status. On the top, we had it going from A to Z. On the bottom, it's going from Z to A.
Okay, once you're sorted, the data groups can be copied. And this is why we sorted from Z to A, because in our Nikan data, if you have someone who has the letter S in column C or H, those are the people that have issues with the data for some reason. The S means it's probably duplicated data. The H means there's a hold. So you do want to talk to those people because they do need to renew their status. So we're going to select them, and you select the rows by clicking on the row number, hold and slide down until the whole group of the certain ones that you want is highlighted. Release, and then click on the copy icon. Notice that the group selected is encircled by a moving dashed line. Now go down to the bottom of that sheet and click the plus tab at the bottom to get a new sheet and paste. Paste your data, then rename the tab by right-clicking on it. And we've called this sheet the hold sheet. These are the people that you definitely want to contact, again, about what's going on. Carol?
So now you want to go back to copy a new group. When you get back to that sheet, it might look like the railroad tracks or the dashes are still there. You can hit the ESC on the PC escape button, and then select your next group and proceed with the copy process. You would copy and paste, or copy all the distributors, and then paste and rename the new sheet to distributors.
Or consultants, right?
Consultants.
Yeah, yeah. I think they had to decide to call it distributors for D because you can't use a C twice for
right.
And then
and then you copy and paste and do the same for customers. Don't forget to rename your sheet to an appropriate name. In this case, we would name it customers.
Now your data can be used in a lot of ways. Making separate pages allows you to customize the data. You can delete irrelevant columns because customers don't have renewal dates or retail PV or other things. And then you can add columns for notes or other things that you might want to have for either customers or your consultants. Delete rows of customers who have departed this realm. Right now, we don't know how to ship things to those folks. You can sort groups by state, by country, by date, and you can copy groups of email addresses to send updates or info. Remember, when you do those emails, to use BCC so you're respecting people's privacy, and make sure that they can tell you to unsubscribe them if they no longer want communication from you. Always keep that first sheet in your workbook as your full data set. You can always go back to it just in case something's happened. And then finally, either turn on autosave or remember to save often. Now we want you just to practice. Replay this video as needed, have fun, and see what you can discover in your data. Remember, the undo arrow is your BFF. Have a great time.